I don't want to tell people what to do. I would rather just watch and listen and capture wonderful things. And then I love editing and put together a feeling of being there.
How do you tell the truth? How do you relate to reality and let it be your master? When you're there with a camera, but isn't the presence of the camera something that's going to change things? Not if it's properly handled.
I don't believe in an objective truth that you go in and report, and I think that's when you run into problems. I think all you can do is to explain what you feel in a particular situation and to show what your experience was like, and an audience can take it or leave it.
How to capture reality has long been the subject of debate. It was once thought you could point a camera at normal people and get a slice of reality, but this has proven problematic. Capturing a natural performance is both difficult and less popular than hyper-reality. Reality, it seems, is pretty boring. The only people that want to watch documentaries in the cinema are people like this guy. But reality could never be contained here. It can, however, be contained here. The digital era has brought reality to the fingertips of mankind in glorious HD. Virtual reality is already here. Documentaries in the cinema do not get the same box office success as fiction. There are the odd exceptions, however, such as An Inconvenient Truth, which earned $47 million worldwide. This documentary, though, is the reality depicted by Al Gore and director Davis Guggenheim. With a predetermined goal for depicting the truth as they wish to show it, it's not hard to argue that, right or wrong, this film is a biased take on reality. In the cinema, the conversation goes only one way. If you disagree with the film you're watching, trying to share your views with the whole cinema might get you thrown out.
I am Al Gore. I used to be the next president of the United States.
Online, however, is a different story. Here, audience participation is, in fact, encouraged. The single voice of any filmmaker is drowned out by the million voices of the internet. Every comment and every video response is an extension of the information, and more information is never far away.
What we did was invade a country that had done nothing to us, killed hundreds of thousands of their people, as well as thousands of our own.
People are convinced bottled water is safer than tap water. That's exactly what the bottled water companies want us to believe.
That the United States government knew a whole lot more about UFOs than it was telling the American public.
But what of the uncensored responses and misinformed content providers? Much of YouTube's content is inconsequential, yet all these trivial clips help to form a total picture of our reality. This unedited, mostly amateur collection is naturally filtered by human interest to reveal the gems of our era. In 2011, A Life in a Day demonstrated a collage of reality captured from everyday life, crowdsourced from YouTube, with many filmmakers contributing to the project. A long way from the documentaries of yesteryear, A Life in a Day was only possible due to the culture of the modern world, a local Earth where the possibility to capture and broadcast video is everywhere.
Well, I think that the internet could have marked and still could mark a turning point.
This is the imagination age. It's an opportunity to design emerging systems of a new global culture.
I would argue that no change in consciousness can happen without a corresponding change in technology.
We're transforming into something else. I mean, if we were to draw the Vitruvian Man today, we might label him the extended man, and he would be holding an iPhone.
Now I've got a nice little place of my own. 3 bedrooms, a lovely scullery, a living room and a bathroom. The bathroom, the best of all, what we wanted, away from market gardens.
I don't suppose people realise what it really is.
In the 20th century, capturing the everyday occurrences of the common people was impossible due to the very presence of the camera.
I've had no luck since I've been in.
Even when the filmmaker endeavours to be purely observational, his subjects cannot help but be influenced by the power of the camera. Documentary cannot truly capture nature because the process itself is not natural. Modern reality, however, is punctuated with technology that allows for spontaneous and natural capture of everyday events. This means that prominent world events, such as the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004, can be broadcast without any bias from those media institutions who might seek to edit reality for profit. Traditional media often seeks to over-dramatise news stories for their audiences, whereas inaccuracies in new, digital media are far more likely to be exposed.
Or we'll show you how to film a revolution.
However, if you have an important message to share, the social media phenomenon provides a swift and effective route to a worldwide audience.
Where it goes. And you know what I found out? That is not the whole story.
You see, cannabis can also be hemp. And just what is hemp? Well, it's by and
While
large
cinematic
the most
documentaries
robust,
require large
durable,
budgets to
natural
attract
source
audiences, the success of the internet campaign is often determined by its virality, the degree to which it is able to trend among social groups. The viral documentary of 2012, with nearly 100 million views and plenty of coverage in mainstream media following its success on YouTube, was Kony 2012, which, although controversial, successfully raised awareness of issues relating to the military leader, Joseph Kony.
Every single person I've ever met that I saw on YouTube.
So, for emerging documentary makers, this digital age presents many opportunities, which will be accessible to amateurs and professionals alike.
It is just to get people to see what you do. YouTube is just the newest, coolest platform.
The impact of social media and video sharing websites is likely to increase as the impact of cinema and old media diminishes.
Movies are dying, if not completely dead.
We live in a world where the people capture and distribute visual proof directly back to the people. There is no more middleman issuing us half-truths.
But I'm using a person to symbolize the government because I hold true to the vision and values the government should be of the people, by the people, for the people. It's the government's job to watch out for us, to take care of us. That's their job.
Although not everything that frequents the internet is true, a total picture of reality is now far clearer thanks to digital technology. Exploring video sharing websites such as YouTube can be compared to taking a virtual walk around our planet as seen through the eyes and ears of its inhabitants. A total vision of our technologically influenced reality.
The privacy of all Australian homes and businesses, where it will tap in at behalf of our telecommunications infrastructure and monitor all our communications with family and loved ones.
It is important that this total vision remains uncensored by any government or institution.
In Spain, over 270 requests.
To allow society to freely debate important current issues and have unrestricted access.
Does it get any more anti-democratic than that?
To the World Wide Web. Our virtual planet. Reality has been digitalized.
While children dance.
No, it's not. I remember black and white. It is not me.
Down the street.
But if we concentrate on man in relation to his control.
Other times you'll be in the scene with fellow shooters, so get multi-cam coverage. Here are 3 formations you can execute, varying in difficulty. Number 1, the fan formation. If the action is surrounding you, stand together, back to back, and film outwards in a fan form.
What that does is it thickens this layer of atmosphere, more of the
I'm looking for the horse to learn how to follow the field. That's operating the field.
17
You're supposed to pick that much. Everything you do with a horse.
For the first time.
This is dance.
They told us
Ronald Reagan announces
it was
the most
real
reliable
risky.
scientific sources say permanent brain damage was more than result of the use of marijuana. Monkeys pumped full of marijuana, apparently 30 joints a day, had begun to atrophy and die after 90 days. Brain damage was determined after counting the dead brain cells of both monkeys who had been subjected to the marijuana and ones who had not.
I think it's cleaner than our regular tap water.
You know, it's not as impure as some of the tap water can be.
They found is that most of these censorship requests do not come from dictatorships. They come from Western democracies.
Yeah! Who number 1?
It is largely ignored.
Oh yeah, dictatorships? You thought you were going to beat us on censorship? Take that!
Now, to be fair, it's not just the United States. Like, as soon as I read the headline, I thought, okay, it's the U.S. Okay, what are they trying to censor? But to be fair,
It's got a free pass tonight, the new total recall remake tonight, and I'm probably not going to use it.
New Nightmare on Elm Street that it made $32.2
That's because I hate
at the box office.
remakes.